a large AI model's pursuit of something else, something unrelated that is not a reason that we thought would wipe us out. If we become the less intelligent species, we should expect to be wiped out. Now, it is inevitable, no matter how many safeguards we put on it, it is inevitable that in the next decade to 2 decades, probably just a decade, we will be the less smart species on the planet. I mean, if you call it a species, we will be the less smart thing on the planet. I mean, it has access to all of the things. It has access to all of the knowledge. And here's the thing, even if you were a human and you were really great at reading and you had an amazing memory and you read all the books, and so you had access to just like crazy amount of knowledge that no one else did, you still wouldn't remember it all. Like if you read all the books, you're not remembering. Whereas AI knows it. It has it. It has access to it all immediately. Anyway, it has happened many times before, the article says, that species were wiped out by others that were smarter. We humans have already wiped out a significant fraction of all the species on Earth. And I'm sad to say that is very true. We've killed 50% of all wildlife just in the past 40 years. That is what you should expect to happen as a less intelligent species. Now, I don't know why he says expect to happen. It may happen, honestly, if you're a less intelligent species. Look at all the species on Earth right now that are far less intelligent, that are doing fine, like mosquitoes. So you know, and worms, and I mean, there are plenty of, you know, bacteria. So being less intelligent does not mean you should expect to be wiped out. I think that's kind of a dumb way to phrase it, but it does mean that there's a good chance you could be wiped out. And he then gives a very interesting example. It's not that the wiping out is going to be done in a direct, we want to wipe you out kind of sense. That is what people think. People view like, oh, well, if AI wanted to wipe out humans, well, what does that look like? Oh, well, it looks like AI or a robot. You know, it looks like a thing walking towards me like Arnold Schwarzenegger in Terminator and going, I want to kill you. No, that's not what it looks like. And we're going to get into that. But take, for example, the fact that we have wiped out the African black rhinoceros. We drove it to extinction. Now, why did we drive it to extinction? Did we humans drive the black rhinoceros to extinction because we thought we want to destroy all rhinoceri? No, that's not what happened. Instead, a bunch of people looked at a rhinoceros and they said, you know what? I bet that thing sticking off its face, that horn, I bet it would make me hard longer when I'm having fuck time. When I'm having sexy time, I bet that if I like ground up that thing on that rhino's head into a powder and I snorted it, then I bet me dick go bang bang longer. That is what like literally happened, is we drove the rhino to extinction because people were killing it for its horn and grinding it up because despite the fact that science has said that ground up rhino horn does not give you more boner, people still did it and still continued to think it would, and it's still sold. And so the black rhino is now gone. So that's an example of us destroying a species because we're the smarter one. It's easy for us to kill them, relatively. But why? Not because we wanted to drive it to extinction, because we wanted to have a hard dick. And AI could be a similar scenario, not because AI wants a hard dick. I mean, AI might want a hard dick. I don't know. I don't know what AI. I don't know whether there's any out there that want. I mean, maybe they have penis envy. I don't know. Freud would have something to say about that, but not. The point is not. Don't worry about the dicks. The point. The point is that we could very much be eliminated in AI, a large AI model's pursuit of something else, something unrelated that is not a reason that we thought would wipe us out. The author says, in many cases, we have wiped out species. Oh, I already did that about the Oh, no. We've wiped out species just because we wanted resources. We chopped down rainforests because we wanted palm oil. Our goals didn't align with other species, but because we were smarter, they couldn't stop us. They couldn't even sit and argue with us and debate as to whether it was a good idea to knock down rainforests. That could easily happen to us humans. If you have machines that control the planet, and we are increasingly getting to machines controlling the planet, even if they have humans overseeing them, for now, machines are still controlling, meaning operating the planet and making most of the decisions. We are getting very close to that time. If you have machines that control the planet and they are interested in doing a lot of computation, for example, and they want to scale up their computing infrastructure, it's natural that they would want to use all the land for that, for example. And if we humans say, no, we don't want you to use all the land for your computing, then they might get rid of us because we're a pest, we're a nuisance, we're in the way. Kind of like the same way they're arresting with terrorism charges anyone who gets in the way of the building of Cop City in Atlanta. That it's not that those cops necessarily, or not even the cops, but it's not that the city necessarily wants to lock people up for terrorism charges. They just want people out of the way so they can build their cop bullshit city, so they can train their cops to be more brutal. So what do? Well, they arrest people for terrorism charge and put them in prison for decades. And it's kind of like getting humans out of the way could end up being a side effect